Hi guys, it's Ugo and welcome back to another video today. Let's get shady because I'm doing the anti-TBR tag. This tag was created by Nicole in her book, so I'll link her video down below. And let's start get shady because I have some things to say. And before you start all arguing that I hate, and it's opinions and you have to deal with contrary opinions of things that you love. So if I don't like or I don't want to read something that you love, well, you don't have to distillate hate because I'll probably find something that you don't like that I love. And I'm okay with that because we are different. So let's start. First question is a popular book that everyone loves that you have no interest in reading. Crescent City, Throne of Glass, A Court of Mist and Furies. You get the idea who the person is, who the author is. I don't have the appealing for it. Sarah J. Maas's books, any of the series that I talk about. I don't know. I read the synopsis. I was like, I tried to see some opinions. I was like, no, it's something that doesn't appeal to me. I don't know why. I cannot explain. If I'm gonna pick a book that has the same genre, maybe, but I don't know. Those specifically books I don't find appealing. Question number 2, a classic book or author that you have no interest in to read. So I went to check a little bit of classic books that I wanted to read, and The Catcher in the Rye was one that I've read, and I was like, I don't want to. It doesn't captivate me, the story. I have some classic books that I want to pick because the stories interest me and the dynamics, but this one is something I just don't want to read. Question number 3, an author whose books you have no interest in reading, and this I'll go with Charles Bukowski. I had some of his books here. My parents had them. I did not care about his work, about the way what the topics were. It wasn't the ones for me. I didn't care. Now there is a second part of this question. There is talk about a problematic author whose books you have no interest in reading. Hi guys, it's Editing Ugo popping up, and before we get in this topic, I would like to say that I recognize this is a very sensitive issue and I will treat it as such to the best of my ability. However, my channel is about the respectful and free expression of ideas and opinions. As such, I only ask 2 things. 1, that you listen to what I have to say in full before judging. 2, if you disagree with my opinion, that you express it in a respectful way. Now, let's get into the topic. Now, you might disagree with me, but I tend to separate author from book. When I pick a book, I don't pick unless it's an author that I already know and I already love, like Jody. I usually don't see an author. I just read the name, but it doesn't keep in my memory. I don't care where he's from, what is his gender, what he do with his life. I don't care if he's white, black, Asian. What captivates me through reading a book is a story. For example, The Gilded Ones, I didn't care if it was a black author. I care for the story and I want to read for the story. Same thing with Legendborn. Same thing with The Poppy War. Is the story that captivates me. I want to read the story, not the author. And therefore, I will continue reading problematic authors because I want to read the stories. I will not stop reading Harry Potter because I love Harry Potter, although I don't like J.K. Rowling. Same thing with other authors that can be problematic. And if the book is problematic, I will talk about the problems in the book. Now, the author itself, if he's done something that is very painful for other people, I sympathize with that and I will not support him. For example, I'll buy in second-hand books. I do that all the time. My Harry Potter series is in second-hand. The Lemonade Ticket is second-hand. If I wanted to buy Marion Zimmer or something, other authors that are Lovecraft or something, and I want just to pick them for the interest of the story, I'll do in second-hand so I don't support them. But I will not cancel a book just because of the author. For me, it's the same thing with the cinema. I will not stop watching a movie just because the author was bad or behaved bad. Maybe I will not support it. I'll go buy some means that not to support him. But it's the media that imports to me. And I don't know if you will understand this, but for me, I will try to separate at maximum the author from work and judge the work but not praise the author, but not support him? I just answered the question. For me, it's separating the author from the work and judging the work and don't care about the author and not supporting him if you can. Like library, asking a friend, secondhand books. It's the way we don't support them, but we can still appreciate the work that they have done. And if you want to publicize it, do it. If you don't do it, but just read it if you want it. Don't feel the pressure of the community saying, oh, you don't have to, you can read it because it's problematic. If I want to read it, I will read it. If people start hating me, hey, I don't care. I will continue reading. I never saw anyone says he's gonna get rid of Harry Potter. They go all with apologetics like, maybe not gonna pick it up, anything more, I will not. But they never unhaul it, a book from Harry Potter. So let's be honest. We love Harry Potter. We will continue to love it, but we don't love the author. But we'll continue. So this is just a ramble of words, but basically is this. I will separate the author from the work, not supporting the author. I will judge the work, and then I'll see what do I think about it. Question number 4. An author that you read a couple of books from and have decided their books are not from you. Cassandra Clare. I start the Mortal Instruments series. I read the first one. I didn't hate it, but I don't loved it at all. I was like, okay, let's go to the second one. Can be a little better. And it was, but not enough for me to continue for more 4 books and then move to the other series just to judge the other series because they are connected or not, but you have to read them. I started the Infernal Device series, but I was not really captivated, and I decided, well, the books are not for me. I wish, because it sounds kind of interesting, but no, I couldn't, and I did not finish. A genre that you have no interest, or in a genre you've tried to get into and you couldn't. Historical romance, and it's not the historical fiction, because historical fiction can be very much connected to historical romance, but when I'm saying historical romance is, for example, Julia Quinn style, that is as a duke or a king, and then there's a lot of romance. But for example, another Bolinian girl from like Philippa Gregory, I really enjoy those type of books. The Last Empress, I think is his title in English, is about the last empress in Russia. I really enjoy that part because it has story, it has historical facts. City of Girls is an historical fiction, but it has plot of romance, but it's not the focus. I think for me the problem is the focus. Another one is like self-help books. Erotica is not a genre that I'm interested in picking it up. Question number 6. A book that you have bought but you will never read. This can be a book that you unhaul or return to the library and read. The Book Thief. Yeah, I order in my library. I usually, when I went to my library, I will pick like 2 books because I think I can keep them for a month, and I just have to renew one. But it was for email, so it was very easy. So, and I wouldn't say I never read it. I read it like 5 pages, and I like, oh, this is so boring. I was younger. I was like 18, 19 at the time, but not that I'm much older now, but it wasn't for me, and I never got interested to read it again, so I just returned to the library and I never read it. Question number 7. A series that you have no interest in or reading, or series that you start and have DNF. So they have 2 series that are DNF, and a lot of people love them. Well, one, people don't love the ending, but whatever. Was the Divergent series that I started the first one, I start the second, and then I think I didn't finish, and I just unhaul it. And the other one is the Hunger Games. I really didn't enjoy Hunger Games. I liked the first one. I really enjoyed the first one. And then the second one was like, no. And then I started the third one. I was like, no, this is not for me. And I just DNF'd and I said, I don't care. I asked someone to tell me the end because I cannot take this anymore. It's not a book that's captivating me. And question number 8, a new release that you have no interest in reading. So everyone was buzzed with the new Sarah J. Maas book, the new Cassandra Clare's book. There is some new releases. I don't recall them. I can put something here, but yeah. there are some new releases, especially from popular authors, that I'm not so excited to read it. So guys, this was my anti-TBR tag. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you do it yourself. I think it's a very fun exercise to think on the other side, that books that you don't want to read and you don't like it. I'll post videos every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturday, so I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!